Huh? Huh?
Oh my, oh my, oh my, not good, not good, not good!
What are you guys doing in here?
They're trying their best to unimpress me. Mission accomplished.
Nancy! Hi! Joe was just, making an effort.
Oh, that's what that smell is.
I tried showing him the ropes, but he wants to prove he can do it without my help.
Tegan set out the ingredients for Johnny cakes before she had to run, but I gotta admit, it's been a while since I last whipped something up. Successfully.
Oh, I love Johnny cakes. I can help.
Of course you can. All right, Hardy, step down before we have another fire on our hands.
Huh. All right, let's see. Step 1. 1 cup of sugar. 1 cup of sugar. 2 tablespoons of sugar. This can't be right.
I told you I couldn't keep up with her, so I improvised. I'm 100% certain about the amounts, though.
Let's approach this sensibly. What do we need? Cornmeal, flour. 1 cup of flour.
Looks right to me.
One spoon of one spoon cornmeal.
That's what I tried too. Uh-oh.
1 cornmeal. Salt. 1 cup flour.
I think you've got it.
1 cornmeal.
I think you've got it.
1 spoon of salt. Sugar. 1 spoon sugar.
I think you've got it.
1 teaspoon of salt.
Looks right to me.
Baking powder. 1 spoon baking.
Looks right to me.
Sugar. 1 spoon sugar.
I think you've got it. That looks great. Let's tackle the next step.
All right. Second step. We have to fill the bowl until the weight is just right.
Quick heads up. This is about where things started to go south last time.
Hey!
Let's just trust that Nancy knows what she's doing.
This doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. Let's grab... This doesn't look... This doesn't look right. Let's scrub this out and... This doesn't look right.
That looks great. Let's tackle the next step. Finally, my favorite part.
I thought your favorite part was eating.
My next favorite part.
Dear goodness.
Joe, could you help me pour while I flip?
Sure thing. Here comes some more.
Almost done.
All done.
Inch. Let's see. This one looks fun. More Johnny cakes? Almost done. Only a few more. This came out great. I need to make more like these sometime. These are just what I imagine Olivia would like. Let's see. I'll do this one. Time for some... Almost done. Spooky. I think Frank would like these. Let's see. I'll do this one. More Johnny. Almost done. So Deirdre acts tough sometimes, but who doesn't get happy from eating homemade pancakes? Interesting. I'll do this one. More Johnny... Almost done. Almost done. Spooky. These are for May. Hope they make her happy. Look at you. Interesting. I'll do this one. Time for some... This came out great. These are for Joe. On second thought, I guess he would eat any of them. Let's see. I'll do this one. Look at you! I'm sure Tegan will love these. Interesting. I'll do this one. Time. Almost done. I need to make more like these sometime. Something for Lauren. With everything that's going on, maybe these can take her mind off things.
Ooh, these smell delicious.
Great job, Nancy.
These look amazing.
Okay. May, these are the Hardy brothers, Frank and Joe.
We are very interested in your case.
Uh-huh.
They're good friends of mine. They're going to help us with the investigation. The more people we have working on this, the better chance we have of solving the case.
Cool.
Joe, you need to learn how to cook. Maybe let Frank teach you. Otherwise, how are you going to impress anyone?
Solving crimes impresses people.
So does committing them. What? It's true. Not saying I'm impressed by that. Just stating a fact. I prefer someone who possesses a deep intellectual appreciation and table manners.
You want to be impressed? We should finally show her our business plan for our new business. What? It's very businessy.
What? What is it?
Well, Joe and I have been talking recently about making things a bit more official. Since we're always called to solve crimes, we thought that maybe we should start getting paid for it.
We're starting our very own detective agency. License, insurance, the whole thing. And
we want to know if you'd be interested in being a partner.
A partner?
Hey, table that. All right, Drew. Why not update everyone on where we're at?
So, I guess you're wondering about the thing I mentioned.
Yes, sounds super exciting.
I already told them about the whole sighting.
Yeah, I can't explain it. Yet.
Even with the most modern scientific techniques available, there are many phenomena that we still cannot explain. I believe what you saw was real.
What?
What?
Sure, some sort of combination of gaseous blow-off and light refraction.
No, supernatural. A ghost, a real ghost, with thoughts and memory and agency.
I'm not so sure.
I just built some new equipment that I'd love to try out.
I'm sure it's nothing, but we'll go to the cemetery today and investigate anyway. Maybe we can add ghost hunting to our detective services. Kidding.
One thing I'd like to do today is check the town archives.
If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to handle this. You were gonna look into the history of ownership of the Hathorn house, right?
Yeah, sure. We can go together.
No. It's better if I handle this solo. I'm a whiz with microfiche. Don't ask me why.
Sounds like a story.
And I'm not going to tell it to you, okay?
So, Nancy, what do you think we should focus on for the investigation?
The arson that happened last week.
And we haven't had the chance to collect any alibis yet.
We need to ask everyone we've met where they were on the night of the arson. Corroborating their answers with whomever they were with will help bring into focus who is and isn't a suspect. Judge Danforth mentioned that he was the victim of a burglary.
What was stolen?
We don't know.
The judge was working with Tegan on developing a case for the Accused Witches organization.
The what?
The descendants of the accused witches of the 1692 Salem witch trials. They're staking a claim to the Hathorn estate due to unjust dispossession and execution of their ancestors. It's one of the reasons I searched for the Book of Apologies in Austria, as it contains a record of wronged families. But someone swiped it from right under my nose. And around the time of the arson, there was a burglary at the judge's office.
Too coincidental not to be connected.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'd like to review the crime scene at the courthouse for any clues.
The judge might not let you do that. He didn't sound very forthcoming.
True. But maybe my father can convince him. They're old friends. I can give him a call.
All right, what else?
We need to figure out how the theft from Mosem Castle is connected to this case.
Theft of what?
The Book of Apologies. My dad asked me to retrieve it from Mosam Castle in Austria as a favor for Judge Danforth, who works here in Salem. It details all the victims of the witch trials, some of...
However, this book was stolen as well, 3 days ago, when Nancy was there.
Why was this book all the way in Austria?
Great question.
The resident historian told me the judge who wrote the book willed all his belongings to be preserved by whichever museum would have them at the time. That must be how it ended up in an Austrian castle, for safekeeping.
Well, that certainly didn't stop the thief, whoever it is.
I can ask around about alibis during this time period as well. See if anyone in town can't be accounted for. Might point us in the right direction.
I have something to add. Whoever is responsible for this crime is going to great lengths to cover it up. We don't know if these people are dangerous. Remember that. And be careful.
Wait, is this for me? Really?
You don't like it. I thought a pirate would be right up your alley.
Oh, wow. It is a pirate. I didn't even notice. I mean, sure. Yeah, it looks good, I guess.
Feel free to have at it.
Sure. Thanks.
Hiking the Patagonian highlands. This shop is really cool. I love the decor.
Thank you. It's taken a lot of years to get it the way I want.
I kind of imagined this is what an actual witch's shop would look like.
Yeah,
Seriously, you have all these herbs. Look, St. John's wort, mandrake root. You know, witches were just synonymous with people who used the old medieval ways of working with plants and animals, curing ills. They were healers, shamans, and confessors. You can see why some people might have been threatened by them.
I know, right? No leeches here, though. I draw the line at bloodsuckers. I'm glad you get it. A lot of people around here don't.
How so?
Some say I'm cashing in, not respecting history. People get so caught up in the death and judgment. But I was always interested in all of that lost knowledge, even as a kid.
I bet a lot of kids around here are fascinated by it.
Used to be.
You get a lot of people in? Maybe May Perry?
May. That's funny.
Why?
Look, she's had a hard time. She's not the only one. I've been the kid everyone looks at. You need friends to talk to. She doesn't want any.
She has her sister. Tegan cares about her.
Tegan protects what's important to Tegan. Sometimes that's May.
Ha! The figure of a Puritan.
Wow, so cute. I love pumpkins. Did you really make this for me?
I thought you'd like it.
I really do. We always used to carve pumpkins at home for Halloween when we were kids. This brings back memories. Thank you. Nancy, hey, how's the investigation going?
Pretty well. You know, it would really help if I could get May to talk to me.
She hasn't given her alibi yet.
No. And everyone seems to have one, except her.
Everyone? Is it possible that it could be someone from outside of town? A visitor or something?
Absolutely. But statistically speaking, crime is rarely a random occurrence.
It's a mystery to me. You have anything you wanted to talk about?
What's the history?
Right. Well, Judge John Hathorne was born and raised in Salem. His father was a decorated military man who had many real estate holdings throughout New England. And when Judge Hathorne became a justice, he tried to expand those holdings. Much of the land that the Hathorne estate was built on was actually seized property from a...
So awful. I think the land stealing part was even mentioned in Olivia's tour.
Didn't expect her to actually care about the history. At the time, no one made the connection, not even in court documents.
Do you think the fire is somehow related to Salem's...
What do you mean?
Like, is it meant as a symbolic gesture? Because that's how most would...
That was a European thing. No, they were more civilized in the New World. We hung our witches. Short drop, so they slowly choked to death. A couple more died in custody awaiting trial, and one, an elderly man who refused to testify, was pressed to death.
Pressed?
Yeah. They put a bunch of heavy stones on top of you, over a period of days.
That's horrible.
She did not know the weight until she felt the freedom. Scarlet Letter. Also a descendant of Judge Hathorne. Except Nathaniel Hawthorne was so horrified with his family's history that he added a W to change it.
Wow. The focus on descendants isn't really something they teach you in school.
Yep. We think our world is so much more advanced now, but we have a...
Where were you on the night of the fire?
I was at my boyfriend's watching a movie. Here, this is his number.
Have you been dating Damien for a long...
Yeah, a couple years, I think. I like him. I mean, I really do. He listens to me. Yeah, he's great.
Was he with you the whole night?
I mean, most of the night. I don't think he's capable of arson, if that's what you're suggesting.
You trust him?
Absolutely, 100%. Go ahead, call him. You'll see.
There was this photo tucked away in the guest room.
Now I'm really embarrassed. Such an awkward...
Is that Olivia and Lauren in the picture with you?
Yeah, we were pretty tight back then. Had to take pictures.
I couldn't tell where it was taken. Do you remember? There were...
It was probably the... I don't know. Books and candles are everywhere in Salem. It could be anywhere. It was years ago.
Do you remember what you were doing?
3 days ago? Well, I was probably...
You were working at the museum.
Well, I'm always here.
But was anyone else here?
May was home all day, laying low, and Olivia wasn't here either. I don't know where she was, to be honest. You'll have to ask her.
And you're sure May was at home?
She's barely left the house since the incident. People here treat her like she has an infectious disease. It's awful. And I don't blame her if she wants to sit at home on her phone all day. Ugh. Her parents need to come home. So, I gotta ask. What do you get out of this?
I get a lot.
Really? You travel around, talk to all these people, deal with all their problems, put yourself in harm's way?
Not always. All right, some of the time. I don't know. It's like there's these small obstacles that I enjoy working on, and they're interesting. But what I really love is the puzzle of humanity. What makes people tick? Why do people do what they do? It's always the hardest one to crack, because sometimes we do things that don't make sense. We're inherently irrational.
You know, there's a theory about why these specific women were persecuted as witches. Some people believe that ergot, which is a fungus that grows in cereal grains, might have gotten into the food supply. It poisons anyone who eats it. Hallucinations, circulation issues, seizures. It would have made people look like they were possessed. Or made the judges think they were doing God's will. Or make the whole town go haywire.
A rational explanation for irrational behavior.
Just a theory. Anyway, I don't want to keep you.
How did Frances Tuttle...
Ms. Tuttle bought it 30 years ago, cheap. It was falling apart. The former owners couldn't be located, so it was auctioned. She was a bit of a kooky lady living in a ruin like that, but she was kind. I mean, she took in Lauren like a daughter.
I agree. Talk to you later. The figure of a pure...
Oh, look at that. A wolf.
Do you like it?
You know, I used to love walking the forest around Salem as a kid. Pretend it was my home. After I moved in with Francis, I would walk the grounds of the estate and find peace among the trees. Yes, it brings back some good memories. Thank you.
Inspector May.
Miss Drew, how can I help you?
Hi, Miss Cole. Oh, same. Nancy.
Great. So what do you need, Nancy? Any more paper clips? Staplers?
I'm more of a pneumatic.
Ha ha.
You have a hammer drill in here.
In my closet. I'm a bit of a home improvement junkie. You have to be when you live in a house built in the 1800s.
Well, thanks, but I don't need any of those things.
Please.
I'm sure you've heard about the burglary in the court's
Yes, unbelievable. You know, I've started asking myself, what is happening to this town? It used to be such a safe place. And now we have arson and break-ins. I'm worried there's a pattern of escalation here. I mean, is this the kind of place I want to raise children in? I mean, yes. But with the amount that I work, when is there any time? And to be honest, the type of people living in a place like Salem is... How about you?
I have a...
Really? He doesn't accompany you on your investigation?
Well, he's in college right now.
Uh-huh. You been dating long?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Okay.
No one said it was easy, but we figure out how to...
All I'll say is, most men don't understand what we go through. We have to fight to get a seat at their table, and then they want us to go home and be family makers. Some unsolicited advice from one working woman to another? Don't let his plans get in the way of yours.
Of course, they don't. Do you happen to have the code for the evidence room door?
Nope, sorry. He hasn't given that to me yet. And knowing him, he's probably already lost it.
Do you know who has
As far as I know, just myself and the judge.
That's...
Look, I don't like saying this, but the judge occasionally leaves the evidence. Not that it matters. I was told the burglar came from the out.
So it's safe to say you...
Are you liking me?
No, I don't like anyone for this crime. Or any other crime for that matter.
I was not here. I was running...
Doing some follow-ups with the arson.
Are you...
Well, yes.
I was at a charity fundraiser, saving the piping plovers. Anyone in this town that works in an official capacity can vouch for me. Are you
I don't think I'll need to.
I'm a little bit surprised you...
Just being thorough.
I can respect that.
Would you mind telling...
3 days ago.
Well, any info...
Actually, why are you interested?
I was in Austria 3 days ago and witnessed a theft of a historical artifact there that, surprisingly,
I see. I was talking to your father.
Really?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay.
Ask him. You're a regular sleuth, aren't you?
Not exactly. It's kind of related to the
Yeah, let's see. I was home watching Jason cut the stump out of my front yard.
You hired Jason Danforth for that?
He's cheap, and he can't say no because he needs the money. Plus, I kind of like watching him suffer a little.
I wouldn't.
You know, I could use someone like you. A lawyer, if your father would be okay with you working for someone else.
Alicia, I'm my own woman. I work for myself. But you've been very helpful, and I really appreciate it.
Good. Well, when you solve this case, let's talk.
Why did you...
Well, after the burglary, we realized that this place was in dire need of higher security. I ordered the keypad online and used the drill to mount it. I just keep forgetting to bring the drill back home with me.
That's impressive.
Yeah, still ended up calling a professional when the thing wouldn't stop beeping.
What did you mean when you said the people here are not your type?
Oh, you probably know by now.
I have.
It's all people with minds as small as the town itself. I don't mean to sound harsh, but you can only meet...
That's...
Oh, nothing much. Sometimes I just wish this place would be a bit bigger, you know? More progressive. Imagine a revitalized town.
Do you think that could happen? See you later.
No, not today. I can't. There's too much to do.
Come on, take a break. You need it.
Jason, I have had these protesters outside my window nonstop for
Yeah. Ooh, but I'm buying lunch.
You're buying?
You gotta get over this, Dad. It's not good for you. It's not health.
What are you talking?
You resent me.
I don't resent... Miss Drew, please, come in. We'll talk later.
Oh, you have time for her, but not...
Please, Jason.
Hi, Jason Danforth.
Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew. You're visiting Salem, yeah? What do you think? Kind of a boring town beneath all the legends.
Jason, come on. We have a meeting.
Actually, it seems like there's a lot going on here.
Well, whenever you're up for some real excitement, look me up.
I'm sorry. He's still trying to...
Didn't want to follow in his father's footsteps.
Oh, he tried. Didn't have the dedication to follow through at the school.
As you know,
Information isn't usual.
What do we want? Justice. When do we want it?
Hey, you've reached Carson Drew's home number. For business... Hello?
is this Damien Faulkner?
Yeah? Who is this?
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm a private investigator currently working the Hathorn House case.
Go ahead.
Just wanted to follow up on some statements.
Statements made by...
Tegan Perry,
Yes?
your girlfriend.
Right.
Where were you?
Sorry, but... Were these statements given to the...
No. They were given to me, willingly.
Yeah, sorry. I work for Alicia, and I've learned to make sure that when you're being questioned, you always have a lawyer present. I don't want to sound like I'm guilty or complicit. I just know my rights.
Of course.
But you sound trustworthy.
Oh, thanks. How?
I've interned for her for a while, but she doesn't really pay attention.
You seem to know a lot about legal.
I listen to her on the phone. A lot. Anyway, I was with Tegan on the night of the fire. That's what you wanted to know, right?
Yeah. And what did you guys do?
Watched a movie.
Okay. Which movie?
Honestly, couldn't tell you. Tegan picks. You know, they're always some kind of vampire, drama, apocalyptic, teenagey, angsty thing. Don't tell her, but I never pay attention. I'm into hard sci-fi.
Oh, good to know.
Anything else, or...
No. Thanks for talking to me.
Yep.
wooden decoration. What kind of herb?
The kind that helps people ease their burdens. Since cold season started, business has been booming. Between managing the shop itself and preparing remedies, it's getting harder to keep up.
I don't mind lending you a hand with preparing the remedies, if that's okay with you. I love learning new things.
This is delicate work. But you do seem to have an interest in herbology. Sure, it would be fun to pass on the basics at least. I'll be around the shop and manage the counter. Just let me know when you have something finished and I'll take a look at it.
Great. So, where do I begin?
I've prepared the patient notes already. You can find them on the counter. You can use my reference book to study the herbs and what ailments they cure.
Okay. These are the notes she took when discussing the ailments with her patients. This book looks really worn. Our Lady's Thistle. Feverfew. Sage. Oh,
Yeah, I lost the key to that one, sorry. It has to be somewhere.
sage. Garlic. Our Lady's Chamomile. Feverfew. Ginger. Our
You're gonna have to.
A commercial grade tea machine. Gosh, these
I knew you couldn't resist.
Yes, you are.
I'm open tomorrow night. Or tonight.
How about 3?
Wait, we already went on a...
Definitely.
Oh,
Where were?
oh, right.
Do you remember?
Yeah, Primal Cut.
I'm sorry.
It's a steakhouse. I was there with my dad. Great steak. So, if we haven't been on a date...
No, thank you. I haven't.
Yes, it's true.
I actually wanted to.
Are you sure that's what you want to know?
Yes,
I was actually digging out a stump in Alicia Cole's backyard.
you. Digging out a stump.
What? Yeah. Not my favorite pastime, but I can't really... I mean, it gives a good tan. Ladies can't say no to a hot bod. You don't believe me? Maybe you should ride with me to the beach. I can show you.
No thanks.
No, thank you.